Hello everybody, my name is Zen from TGD Studios. Good to be back here, y'all. And today, guys, we're going to be doing character creation for my D&D server, which is called the Enchanted Earths. If you wish to join the Enchanted Earths, feel free to message me or leave a comment down below if you have not already, and I will give you access to the Discord server if I know you already. Otherwise, we will find a way to get in contact, and I will get my Discord to you. So, without further ado, let's do this. So in Roll20, if you create the game, you'll have access to all these features. If you don't, you'll have to ask your DM. But you're going to create a character sheet. And we're going to call this example barbarian. Okay. Save changes. So we're going to quickly do this. I don't know, that's minimizing. But there it is, example barbarian. So now it's going to automatically open to the bio and info. We'll do art a little bit later, but first things first, we're going to go to character sheet. And we're going to edit sheet directly. So now we can start up working our barbarian. Now the first thing we need to do is go ahead and roll our stats. So in the Enchanted Earths, you are permitted to roll your stats. You can do this with physical dice, or you can just do the 4d6 method, or others. So there's 1 stat, 2 stats, 3 stats. We have a 1 there, so we're going to re-roll that. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, there we go. So stats for this character, because I'm just doing the roll method, we have an 18, a 13, a 17, a 14, 9, a 12, and hold on, and 11. So definitely not a bad array whatsoever. So we're going to put that 18 in strength. We're going to put the 17 in constitution. We're going to throw that 14 in dex. Give a little wisdom here. I'm going to put that 13 in wisdom, the 11 in intelligence, and the 12 in charisma. There we go. So we got our ability scores set out. And if you didn't follow along with what I did, was we went over here to this little sidebar there, and if you hover over the dice, it'll show up this, and you just go over to 4 on the d6, and it will roll 4. You can also open the advanced dice roller, pull this over, so you want to roll 4 d6 plus nothing, hiya, and it will roll everything for you. So there you go. That's the simplest method. If you want to know more, check out my video on the bingo method, and I will be putting up a video for the Enchanted Earths, specifically all the rolling methods. Trying to make videos for everything, but I realized character creation was something I hadn't done yet and needed to. So here we are. So let's start example barbarians. We no longer need that open. I am going to pull a tab over here real quick. Barbarian 5e tools. I highly recommend a website called 5e tools for all your stuff like this. It makes everything go so much easier. Again, I highly recommend it. And I'm going to go ahead and open the races. So we're just going to do a basic human. Nothing. This way we're not going to do too crazy. Actually, we'll be doing a variant human. No, just regular human. Okay. So humans are pretty cool because they get a +1 to everything. Actually, no, we're not going to do human. We're gonna go with what is it? I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. Is it bugbear that I'm thinking of? It is. Okay, so we're gonna go with bugbear. So class, we can go down and choose barbarian. So you don't have to go barbarian. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, and you just follow websites. I highly recommend if you literally just go to 5e tools, you can find everything there. So yeah, it makes things pretty simple. Give me 1 second. Sorry, just making sure I have everything up. All right, there we go. So already it's trying to get, so as a bugbear, we have some scores up, we get a strength +2. So our strength maxes out to a 20. Remember, no score can go above a 20. This is a really good early game score. And our dex gets a +1. With Tasha's Cauldron, we can put those pretty much anywhere. And in fact, I am going to move the +1 over to the con, so that becomes an 18. And also, in the Enchanted Earths, you start at level 3. So you get a level boost there. So at first level, let's calculate some health real quick. First level, our Constitution modifier is 4, and we have a D12. Meaning, at first level, we have, and I'm just going to jot this down over here, 16 for our health. After that, we have an option. We can either roll it, or we can take average. I'm going to roll. So there's one. That was a crap roll. Let's roll again. And that's a max roll. So there we go. So we have a 16, 16, and an 8. So not great. We could have done a lot better on this roll, but it's fine. So 20... Jeez, why am I failing at math? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40? Yeah, 40. So we're going to start with 40 health out of 40. Bugbears have a speed of 30 feet, and when you're looking for all this information, it's all right on the page. You don't even need to go that far. So we're going to get all our bugbears done first. I recommend going to the bio here, going to these 3 options, changing this to advantage toggle, whisper toggle, and auto damage and crit. And that is on the 3rd column all the way over to the right, and it's the first 3 things, which is roll queries, whisper rolls to GM, and auto damage roll. These are just quality of life things and will make your life so much easier. Alright, so next, we're going to go to bio real quick, because our size. Your size will most often be medium or rarely small. I don't think there's like borderline no large creatures in like base D&D or that we allow. All right. So, we also have access. So now we have access to a couple traits, and we can just add these in right here. First one is Dark Vision, and I'm just copy pasting. And I personally, this is a personal preference, I always put the actual number right there. So Dark Vision is 60 feet. You can fill in the where it exactly comes from if you want. You do not have to. We also have long-limbed. And so basically we're just copy pasting everything in here. Powerful build. And we're not going to add in sneaky because that's just a proficiency. So if you have a proficiency, hold on 1 second. Surprise. So if you have a proficiency one, such as bugbears have one called sneaky, you're proficient in the stealth skill. So we immediately can just come over here to this box. We can click that. And that just will add our proficiency bonus. Your proficiency bonus increases as your level increases. So, we're done with the racial stuff. Racial stuff's already done now. There's no sub-races for Bugbear. Some things will have sub-races, such as Dragonborn. You can be a regular Dragonborn, a Dragonblood Dragonborn, or a Raven Dragonborn. And all of them will give you different things. Or Azamars. Azamars can be Fallen, Protectors, or Scourge. Elves can be Drow, Eladrin, High Elves, Mark of the Shadow, Pallid, Sea, Shader Kai, Wood, Winged Elves. There's hundreds of different elves. Elves, if you want a versatile race that you can pretty much make to whatever you want, look up elves. And I also recommend using Wikidot. Another one you can do is Tiefling, because that can be Asmodeus, Beelzebub, Base, Dispater, Fierna, Glycia, Levistus, Mammon, Mephistopheles, variant Devil's Tongue, variant Hellfire, variant Infernal Legacy, variant Winged, and then Zariel. So those are just some of them. I think there's even more than that. So we're going to swap over to our class now. So again, our class is where we have the third level in. So with that, we're going to look over here. So at first level, and I'm actually going to pull this over so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This is 5e tools. It's very simple to navigate. You click here. If you want classes, you open that. If you want backgrounds, you get that. Feats or races. There you go. So at first level, we get Rage. So and just for sake of this, so I'm not explaining what everything does right now. If you want me to go further into that detail, leave a comment down below, and we will do that. We're just gonna listen. So Rage, but Rage does have a use thing. Also, we're gonna swap that over to class. Rage, there's actually a table for, and at third level, you have 3 rages. So over above where we're putting all these, we're gonna go to class resource, type in Rage, and we're gonna give ourselves 3 out of 3. So now when we expend 1, we can just do that, and it makes life so much easier. If you need more, you can just hit the plus. Now I have more. Same thing as we're doing right here, just hitting the plus. Next thing, we have Unarmored Defense. So now this adds a little something that we need to actually pay attention to. Unarmor. So some people will calculate this out and do 100 things. You don't need to. So your armor class equals 10 plus your dex plus con mod. So our dexterity mod and our constitution modifier. So we can go to this gear again, and we can come into this middle box. We can go from automatic to custom. So it's 10 plus our dex plus our con. And there we go. And this does allow shields. So now it automatically tracks it for us. We no longer need to baby that. It's automatically going to track it. Makes life so much easier. It's really nice to have. All right. So now we also have our danger sense that we're given. I'm not going to be putting in any of the optional traits and stuff like that. Or the possible ones. There's one which would be survival instincts, which would replace this. We're not going to do that. I'm going to go with stuff that you would find right in the PHB right now, which is Player's Handbook. We also get Reckless Attack. And none of these have an amount that you can use these at, so if you want to learn more about these, go look up this for yourself and you'll find it. And then we get our promo path. So this is where I recommend switching sites. So I go to Barbarian 5e wiki dot. So this is where I recommend swapping over to Wikidot, which brings you to this page. And when you scroll down here, you have just a thing of all of the ones. We're going to go Totem Warrior, just because it's a very easy one to understand. And then you can just open link new tab, and it pulls you up to everything you'll need. So it makes it a hell of a lot easier for people who are new and people more experienced who just want a easier time understanding and finding information you need. Wikidot I recommend for the subclasses, but 5e tools I recommend for everything else. So we're going to go, so we are Barbarian of the Totem Warrior, and then Totem Warrior has multiple things, so we are a Totem of the Bear. So that's how I would write that down. So now, third level, we get a couple special things, and all this still goes over under class, because it's still a class thing. Spirit Seeker. And then we also get our Totem Spirit. And this is, again, personal preference. I put my choice right there. This is class. There we go. So now all the main stuff's done. Now we have only a couple more things to do, which is when you're looking on 5e tools, I'm going to pull this up one more time. And we look kind of right in this area here. We're going to see that we have a couple things to look at, which is proficiencies and starting equipment. So let's explain these real quick. So proficiencies, and I'm actually going to, of course you don't want to make my life easy. Boy, it's fine. Okay, we're just going to do that. There we go. So this way we can just read that a little bit because we don't need to read anything else right now. There we go. So hit dice and all that we don't need to worry about. Proficiencies. We get armor, a couple things. So we're going to go into here. This is in Roll20 again. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. And we're going to hit this little eye right here. And it's going to pull up the compendium where we can search for stuff. So if we look up armor, not rules, not items, not a spell, it's proficiency. Proficiency in light and medium armor and shields. So we can go and drag. We can just drag and drop these in. Can do that. And again, just drag and drop proficiency. Weapons, we have proficiency in simple and martial weapons. Let the compendium do its thing. It's not a rule, it's not a spell, it's not a list, it's a proficiency. So martial and simple. There we go. Now, we don't get access to any tools. So now strength and constitution are automatically put in. But then we get 2 from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, or survival. I recommend perception and intimidation if you just want to go with a basic barbarian. Pretty basic, all around good hitter. You can see stuff decently. Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to... Sorry, sneeze warning. Alright, so our starting equipment. We get a great axe, 2 hand axes, an explorer's pack, and 4 javelins. We're just going the basic stuff. So again, we can go ahead and just look this up. But this is an item this time, remember. This is no longer proficiency. Just going to look at our items, drag and drop the great axe in. We can go ahead and find hand axe. And we get 2 of those. So right here, you just put 2 down. Then you can go ahead and javelin. Put the javelin in. We have 4 of those. And we get an explorer's pack. There we go. There's our starting equipment. So yeah. Last thing you would have to do is your background, which we will which again, you're going to go under player, go to background, and it will pull it up for you. We're just going to go ahead and grab that's what I'm thinking of. Or say folk hero. Screw it. Go with this. And I'm going to pull this off the screen. So basically with this, you get a couple skills. This one gives us animal handling and survival. Or survival. Right there. One type of artisan's tools and land vehicles. So here we come down here. Other land. This is how you add proficiencies, is going right there. Let me just add that in like that. Makes everything super simple. And then we get the artisan's tools, which we're just going to go artisans. Technically, we need to do 1. Always do query attribute for this, because different DMs will have you do it for different things. And then we also get a set of those tools. So we're just going to write in tools, easier. We get a shovel, an iron pot, common clothes, and we get an additional 10 gold pieces. Now, in the Enchanted Earths, when you are creating your character, you do automatically get an extra 150. So that's actually, so we just add that on. It's just 160 gold pieces we've gotten. Then, over in this, these tables, you just pick one and you fill them in. Defining event, you don't need to worry about that. But the rest of these, you can roll on the table if you want, or you can just say, I want this one, and copy paste it in. And these will go in these. So, personality trait, and I am just randomly picking these. Bond, and then flaw. Okay, like I said, these are random because this is not a legit character. So we do that. Now all those are in there. Hit that on that. These are all good. Background, we are folk hero. Alignment, chaotic, good. There we go. Now, in our bio, we put an age down. We're a bugbear. Let's say we're just 60 years old. Why not? Height of 7'2", because bugbears are pretty tall. And we'll say we're about 350 pounds. There we go. Eye, skin, and hair, I usually leave blank. And then I will literally just do this. Ready? Bugbear, barbarian. Images. Oh, look, there's plenty of them. Let's do this one. Why not? Nope. That's not the right button. Computer. Save image. Save. D&D. Hit edit. Then you get this. Can drag and drop. Give it about a whopping 45 seconds, if that. It's having trouble today. I would like it to stop. Hello. It is not wanting to do this. Alright, so you can also click the upload. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Downloads. Okay, I promise you this works more often than not. Okay, here's what we're gonna do then. Because it's deciding to be a jerk. We're gonna put in this one. See if it's working. It might just be my internet. There we go. So, to placeholder image, haha, this is for a different character. That I'm actually gonna be playing. So, you would type that in. That's not actually what this character looks like whatsoever, obviously. So he's not a bugbear. But yeah, so that's your basics of making a sheet. You can go in the bio here, type in stuff by your allies, additional features, your backstory, treasure stuff you get, spells if you have them, etc. But that's the basis of making your sheet. It's a really simple process, and as you do it more often, you'll get better at it. So yeah, if you have any questions, please do leave them down below in the comment section below. This is Zen from TG Studios, signing off. Take care, guys. And yeah. Goodbye. Hey, so last thing I realized I completely forgot about this is also you do have to jot somewhere what guild you're a part of. For example, this barbarian would most likely end up going as a part of the land guild, seeing as he doesn't meet the requirements, seeing as he good or neutral alignment. He has a good alignment. And he has at least one stat above 13. So he gets a +1 to one stat of his choice. We'll probably put that into his wisdom. bump that up to a 14. I get a additional tool thing, so we just tool proficient query. So there we go. You just do that, and then he also gets the crest. So we'd add that in. So, characters for the Enchanted Earths do have different guilds they belong to. And if you want to know what you get with joining a guild and what quest or etc., all you need to do is go into the guild server and look under Welcome to the Blank Guild. For example, Sky Guild. The requirements are Dex of 13 at least, ability to fly in some way, shape, or form. Benefits is a +1 to Dex, proficiency in athletics or acrobatics, and the crest of the Sky Guild. The Pirate Guild is a Dex of 13, ability... I didn't actually swap. Sorry. Neutral alignment, wisdom of 13 at least. Our benefit is +1 to wisdom, proficiency in aquatic vehicles or firearms, and you get the crest of the Pirate Guild. You kind of get the idea. So yeah, hope you guys do have fun with this. But yeah, so that's how these work. I'm so sorry, I just realized I'm like, oh shit, I never mentioned that. The only other thing I do want to mention is if you are ever curious on anything, go to the character creation tab, and everything shows you there. So, other thing is stat rolling is on our system, as well as we have the level up guild there, which for those who have not seen it yet, here it is. So there's all your stuff you need to know. Pause the video, read that real quick. If you need to, you can literally go in here and just collapse it or expand it. This video will be right below this. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy all this. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Take care, guys. Stay awesome, stay safe, and stay golden, my friends. Goodbye.